All right, so here we are. We're in the final days of making for the record. Steve and I worked very hard. I've known Steve for many years. We started together, back in
2008, 2009, somewhere in that.
Somewhere in those regions. In the late 2000s, the Limp Bizkit era of the world.
Yeah, sad day.
Yeah, but it's funny because Steve was our second bass player in the band Snafu that I was in with my buddy Ryan. And he fit right in right away, and we became fast friends, and we've never stopped working together since. And no matter what project I've got on my own, I always ask Steve. He's my go-to first guy that I ask for a bass player. I was recording albums on my own.
Stop the world before we burn down everything. The future promised just a dream. Time out. Stop the world.
And then one day Steve goes, "Hey, let me take a crack at recording you some."
Yep.
And I was more than happy to do it, because I tell you, one thing I can't stand is sitting there in front of a friggin' computer for hours at a time editing like the same 4 bars of a note for oh my god, and then your shoulders get those knots in it, and
right.
It's not fun to write the music and try to record it yourself. It's a little bit, it's a little circle jerk too. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So it's good to have some other perspective on it.
Absolutely.
Hard for me to let go of control, honestly, but I'm glad I did it. So the first thing we ever did together, where Steve took the helm of recording stuff, was a little record we did called Full Moon. In fact, it's right here on vinyl.
Yep.
Full Moon Morning. Yeah, we did this. Did it in a weird way, because he wasn't here to help me record the actual instruments, so I recorded the instruments at home and just sent him everything. And then he mixed it, and he did a hell of a job mixing it. And I said, well, let's start from scratch next time.
Absolutely.
And that's what led us to making For the Record. And For the Record is a collection of songs that Steve and I picked out that I had written many years ago. Most of them are old songs, revamped and redone in a more professional way. One tune Steve came to me was, the first song was a song called Hangout.
Yes.
Hangout I wrote when I was like, I don't know, 17 years old. And it's very simple. It's got a very 90s kind of Stone Temple Pilots-y feel.
Absolutely. Yes.
Maybe a little bit of a Led Zeppelin kind of sound. And so that was the first track we started with. The second one is called No Direction. That was an old Snafu song that we had. And that was the band that he and I were in. I changed the rhythm up a little bit, gave it more of a, what would you say, like a police sound?
Yeah, it used to be more of a waltz.
It was in 3/4,
yeah,
and now it's not.
Yeah, which is odd to say, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was more of a waltz. But
3/4 timing, yeah. And but I'm glad we changed it to this new style. It's kind of almost like a ska, reggae, punk sound.
It reminds me of a Police song.
It does. It's a little Roxanne-ish.
Sort of.
Man, I like stealing shit. The third one on the album is a song called "Good Old USA," one of the new ones, just written for the album. That one, actually, weird enough, I didn't even really write it. I woke up in the morning, and the damn song was in my head.
Drinking chill wine, sparkle moonshine, trying to unwind blues of the day. Some will have more, some will take from yours and mine. In the good old USA.
Chord structure, the whole song just
Yeah.
kind of vomited it out.
I remember the phone call the next morning where he was like, "Man, I had a dream. I think the song's gonna be great. I'm gonna record it. I'm gonna send it to you." So that
was weird.
there you go.
And then actually the fourth song is another one I wrote just for this album. It's called "Pay No Mind." That one's kind of almost got a gospel rock and roll vibe, like a Rolling Stones kind of thing.
Now that you take all my pain, pay no mind. You sail me down the river. Now pay no mind.
I wrote that while I was waiting for him to record my guitar for another track. I was just sitting around trying to get guitar sounds, and all of a sudden wrote that shit, and we were like, "Oh, that's great. Let's keep that too."
Yeah.
So that's the fourth track. Fifth track, also one of the new ones just for the album. One of the only other ones that we wrote just for the record. He and I wrote it. I had a little guitar riff, and I had the lyrics, and I gave it to Steve, and I said, "What do you think?" He says, "It's too friggin' long.
Yeah.
It's got way too many parts to it."
Which was a common.
Yeah, which is a common thing.
This is a reoccurring theme that will go on.
A lot of my songs were a little too long. But editing it, that was his job.
Right.
So that's why I made him so long.
Right.
You edited it. So yeah, he actually changed the structure of the song so much that he pretty much became a co-author of that one. But that one's the title song of the album, called "For the Record." And it's kind of just basically telling the whole story of
It was fun too because we were kind of done with that side, and we decided, hey, you know, it would be fun. Like, let's just you and I do it. So
Yeah.
that's what we did.
yeah, it's just the two of us. He played the drums and the bass and lead guitar on
We
it.
put like one microphone downstairs, and I just sat on a drum kit with brushes and
Yeah,
and tapped out a rhythm.
and that weird little kick pedal.
Yeah.
Like Lionel said, I'm not happy when I try to fake it. Lord knows I'm not good at playing the game. For the record, I don't believe I'll ever make it. But I'm
So,
with all my
so side B on the album, we start with a song called "Trouble Trouble," and that one is a song I wrote with the guy I was in the Mojo 2 with. That was an acoustic duo named Josh Long. Josh and I wrote that.
trouble, trouble on my mind. Why is it trouble that's so hard to leave behind? Trouble, trouble all the time. Looks like trouble is the best thing else time.
And then the next song that we did was a tune called "Desperate," which is a song I recorded right around during COVID. You know, when everything was shut down, I had nothing to do, and I had no gigs, and so I started writing music. And it was actually the first time I started writing music in about 5 or 6
It had
years.
been a little bit, yeah.
And that was one of the tunes that I wrote, and I got inspired because I started getting some electric guitars that had like open tunings, and I had this guitar that was in an open D. You can do to new kind of like cool, chord styles and just little shapes and stuff that made weird noises, and I liked it. Got inspired, and that was one of the songs I wrote during that time period. I played the drums and everything myself on the original demo. It's terrible. It's all right, but we knew that was a good song, and he and I both kind of picked that one as
the potential was there.
The next song on the record is a song I wrote with Ryan from Snafu, the drummer.
Oh yeah, that's right.
It's a song called Sister Mary Jane. I wrote that when I was like 16 years old. There was a girl in our school that had disappeared for a week or so, and they found out she passed away. She died of a drug overdose at like 14, 15 years old, and her name was Mary. And I always remembered her. I didn't really know her that well, but it was like one of those girls where you have a crush on from afar, when you're in middle school.
Right.
And I remember that was my first somebody my age dying, and it was like, ooh.
Won't someone tell her please that I'm down on my knees, and I want to be there the day that I die. Yeah, I want to be there when I die.
It was one of those songs that, again, it stuck with me for all these years. And when I was making this record, Ryan actually suggested you should redo Sister Mary Jane. So we did it, added some little panache to it. And It sounds fantastic. I'm really proud of that song as well.
Yeah.
Then there's only a couple more songs left on the album. Well, One Man Army, yeah. So that, years ago when he and I were in Snafu, I had a bunch of the recording equipment that we had worked on an album together as a band,
Right.
and everything got stored at my house. And I got bored, and I set everything up and started recording this little album. I call it Short Songs from a Little Room. I did about 5 or 6 songs. One Man Army was one of them, and Steve really always dug that song. He said that's one of my best songs, according to him.
Taking back the day again, holding on to me, sailing off like the dying wind.
The last song on the album was just an add-on we did the very last minute. I wrote this song when I was, again, like about 16 or 17 years old, but this was one of those tunes I had recorded back in the day and really never found a place for it. And then while we were finishing up the record, I said, this needs a bookend. It needs a very last little song. So
Right.
Where do you get off with your wasted life? It seems so wrong.
And we've tried to record drums on it a few times with different people.
Yeah.
And-
Well, actually, can I tell a funny story?
Yeah, please.
So, full disclosure. So this is like we realized it's like the last night we're gonna like record, like last night for tracking, right? So we're all having a few drinks. I'm in the control room, and I think we had just finished another song, which actually did come out really good. So we're sitting there, and I think Paul was in there recording and doing drum tracks. And again, we've all had several drinks by this time. We're like, man, that's great, man. Like, we call it a night, whatever. So I get back to my mixing room at my house, and it's not great. So and we're not scheduled to track anymore, right? So we came back. I played an electronic drum kit on the end of that, and we kind of redid some things and made it work. So oddly enough, it ended up where the last song on side A was just you and I, and the last song on side B
It's just him and I.
is also just Phil and myself.
To say, I've got one last song to say.
That's the album in a lump sum. In fact, I would like for you guys to go on my website, order the vinyl. If you order it by pre-ordering it, what you'll do is you prevent me from being broke. Because I paid for these things to be pressed, and I ain't gonna sit here with a house full of records. You got to buy this thing. Get this out of my house, please.
In fairness, it sounds great.
It's fantastic. Actually, no, this is probably honestly, it not probably, it is. It's the best recording I've ever done. And it's actually a collection of some of my very best songs.
Yes, it is.
And not only that, it's very eclectic. As an album, this goes through different genres. It kind of shows you all the different influences I've had in my life, Steve has had in his life. If you like music, you'll like this album, I promise. So go out on my website, it's philbonanno.com. You pre-order it today. You get the album, you get the jacket, you get the vinyl, you get the digital download too. Mm-hmm. You don't just get the vinyl.
Very nice.
In case you don't have a record player, but you should have a record player. Go out and buy some vinyl. It's worth it. Don't let the internet take all your music away from you. Go out and buy For the Record. It's only $34, and I'll send it to you. I'll even put lipstick on and give it a little kiss.
He will.
I will. I'll do it. I'll let my dogs lick it for you before I send it. You'll get a nice dog-licked vinyl. No. Honestly, though, if you can help out a starving artist, I've been doing this for 25 years. This is the best thing I've ever done. And I really want you to hear it.